I'm Teresa Dirksen. I'm on the Wellness Committee, and I'm just here to introduce Jen Thompson with Jeneration Fitness. She's going to be our instructor today.
Everybody up. We're going to take a lap around the courthouse. It's raining. That's the excuse we'll use. Okay. It's raining. Upstairs. There's plenty of stairs here. That's true. No, I'm Jen Thompson. I do own Jeneration Fitness in Port Recovery. I'm a local to Port Recovery. Come from a big family and lots of experiences to share with you.
Make sure you sign in.
Today we're going to talk about all sorts of things, and you can see on your handout that there is quite a bit of things I want to cover today. I do like my lectures to be very laid back, share stories, share experiences, ask questions, because I think everybody learns a little bit more that way. A little bit about me, though. Like I said, I grew up in Port Recovery, but as soon as I graduated from grad school from Ball State, I moved to Hilton Head. I didn't know anybody. My dad helped me pack myself stuff up, which wasn't a lot. And we moved down to Hilton Head, and I worked at a facility where I was their fitness director. So I worked with lots of people that wanted to make lifestyle changes. So that right off the bat was a really cool experience for me to really understand what it takes to make these lifestyle changes. Met my husband there, and we decided we were going to move north a little bit more. His family was in North Carolina, so I worked for the University of North Carolina. Go Tar Heels. Did anybody watch the game?
Yeah.
Wow, what a game. So I worked for that school for a while, which, again, really cool experiences with health education. And then we started, we had a baby on the way, and I wasn't going to live too far from my parents, so we moved back to Ohio. I worked in cardiac rehab for a while, and then through my family and friends' encouragement said, why don't you just open your own spot? Oh, that sounds like a good idea. So I did that, and it's almost been 3 years that I've owned my facility. It's not all about fitness, though, in my facility. I really like to concentrate on nutrition. So in the past 3 or 4 years, I've dug into what nutrition can do for you. So that will be talked about a little bit today, too. All of those different experiences has shown me so much, and I've heard so many good stories from people and good successes from people. So we kind of came up with the 7 habits of successful weight managers. And after I thought about that topic, I probably shouldn't say weight, because weight's not the whole picture. It's part of it, but it's really about health. So if you have a pen, cross that weight out to health, because we really want to look at how to make everybody healthier. So my first number on here is, how do we take control of our choices? Because that's really the first step. If you want to really become healthier, you've got to make the choice to. So I encourage you all, if you have one already, great, but I want everybody to think about the reason. Why do you want to be healthier? Okay, it should be so strong. I call it a mantra, or your why, or just plain old your reason. I'll share you my reason. I have 4 beautiful children. I want to be a role model for them. I don't want them to not know how to become healthier or how to be fit and have health conditions or anything as they grow older. I want to teach them while they're young, because really when you're young is when you should be learning it, so that you don't have to struggle in the later years. So that's part of my reason. Okay? And my kids are not deprived. They have a donut every now and then. I know someone mentioned the donut. Where are the donuts this morning? They're not in here. Good. My kids aren't deprived because they do get it other places. They might not receive it at home all the time, but gosh, it's everywhere. It's at school. It's at parties. It's everywhere. So they're going to not be deprived from sugary sweets and things. So the other part of my reason, though, is cancer. It's a word that I say so that it's powerful enough for me to not make a bad choice, possibly. Okay? So are there going to be days where I don't want to exercise? Absolutely. Are there going to be days that I'd rather eat the pizza instead of something healthier? Yes, that's life. Life throws challenges at us all the time. But if I have a strong reason, like kids or the word cancer, I know that I can get through this challenge. I pick cancer because it's all around us. It's in my family on both sides. Dear friends struggling with it right now. It's around us, and it's a true fact right now that it's growing in rate. A friend of mine actually just told me some stats on it, and I want to share them with you today because I'm just blown away. Before World War II, the stats of cancer was 1 in 800. you barely knew anybody that had it. Barely knew anybody that had it. And it could be different reasons. Maybe you didn't know that much about it at that point. It definitely could be part of it. Now, guess what the stats are? I don't want to say it out loud. 1 in 3. Crazy numbers. So, through researching, and I do a lot of reading, and I encourage you all to too. Know what is in the foods you're eating and things that you can do to help yourself. Through all this reading, I know that exercise plays a role in helping us get healthier in fighting cancer. I know nutrition plays a role. So that's where a lot of this is coming from today too, to share with you part of the reason of why I get up every day and move and eat better, okay? So make sure that you have a reason, your reason that's strong enough that will move you into doing better, okay? A triggering event might help you decide on your reason too. Triggering event, this is my example of that. I used to do a lot of cardiac rehab. So I loved working cardiac rehab because people got a second chance. Okay, they had heart surgery, they had a heart attack, they had a stroke, and now they have a second chance. They made it through it, I'm gonna do better. Okay, so they're willing to learn. That was a triggering event that made them want to get better. Okay, so something like that might happen. Again, treat it as a second chance. Okay, this isn't your practice life. This is the only life you get. So it's really important to have that strong commitment to helping yourself. The facts are definitely out there. Heart disease, obesity, diabetes, they're all growing in numbers in the stats. But we can do something about it. Absolutely can do something about it, but you've got to make that choice. All right, so number 2 actually is a number 1 in my heart too, because it's such a powerful way to be successful. It's journaling, okay? Journaling is the key to success. So we've got, you can journal your foods, you can journal your exercise, you can journal the amount of water that you take in, you can journal your emotions, how you feel. And that's all gonna matter in being successful. Okay, does anybody right now journal? Do you use an app?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's apps for everything. And it's super helpful to be able to know what you had all throughout the day, or what you did. Because it come from 7 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock at night. Do you remember everything you ate otherwise? Absolutely not. How many times did you walk by that candy dish and grab a handful? You didn't think about it, okay? Or did I have the donut in the morning, or did it? You just don't know unless you're journaling it, okay? Keeping account of what you're doing. Exercise. How many days a week should we exercise? Actually, 5 is a really great number. I would encourage daily if you can, and it doesn't have to be going out and running 3 miles every day. Just be active. At least 3 days a week, shoot for 5, and if not, daily, okay, to move your body. It was meant to move, and you'll feel much better when you do. Anybody a morning exerciser? Oh. Yeah, it's a rough one. But I bet if you train yourself, you'll be able to do it, and you'll have much more energy throughout the day if you do exercise in the morning. It's one of those natural stimulants to you, to your energy levels. So maybe journal your feelings the first couple mornings, and then you'll see, going back, if you keep to it, those feelings aren't the same. Like, yeah, I'm ready for it now. I can do it every morning, it's not a big deal. Okay, we create habits all along our life, and exercise should be one of those habits that you create. When doing all this research, I came across a really nice program. And I'm not one to just dig into any fad that's out on the market, okay? The 21-day fits program caught my eye, and these little colored containers are for. I really wish I would have thought of it, because this woman's making cash from this idea. It's a really good idea. So everything's color-coded. Is it hard to count your calories every day? It is. Like, what's in this? I don't know how many calories in it. I've got to look it up, I've got to read this label. I don't have time to do all this, right? I didn't really like counting calories. So now I count colors. And I guess it has an app for that too. You can just swipe a color. But what's really cool about this is it also teaches you your nutrition. So I'm gonna figure out how many containers I need all day long, depending on my weight and my activity level. So I get this calculation, and then like the purple is shown to be fruits. I'm gonna be allowed 2 or 3 fruits every day, okay? And then this one's my greens, my vegetables. 4 or 5 of these every day. Did I just say less fruits than vegetables? Mm-hmm. Yep. And the red is your proteins. Definitely need it, okay? So I might need 4 of those, depending on your calculation. Guess what this one is? This is carbs. how small that is and how much we love carbs. If you went to Olive Garden, anybody like Olive Garden? How many servings of spaghetti is on your plate at Olive Garden?
5.
I would guess probably 8 to 10. Scary. Because not too much spaghetti is going to fit in there. And then if you put that all on the plate, it equals pretty much, okay? Carbs are needed, but we usually overdo them. And when we do overdo your carbs, that stores as fat because we don't have that much energy to burn. This is a good energy source, but if we get too much, we're not going to be able to burn that. It's going to store as fat. So unless you're Michael Phelps or you're a Tar Heel and you just played in that tournament game, you don't need all these carbs, okay? And it's tough. These are sugar. This sugar is 8 times more addictive than cocaine. Did you know that? It's hard to give up this stuff. It's very tough, but we can do it if we train ourselves. And that's what this program helps you to do. It teaches you, educates you, and shows you portion. When you eat out, I'm not going to generalize everywhere, but most places you're going to eat too much. You're going to be given too much. When I grew up, you had to clean your plate, okay? You didn't leave that table until your plate was clean. And my dad was like a broken record. There's kids in Ethiopia that don't get this. I heard that every day almost, growing up. And I understood it though, like, okay, I get it, so I'm gonna eat my food. But now we're trained to do that. We go out to eat and we're gonna finish it because we paid for it. And they're gonna serve us too much. And sometimes they're serving us too much and it's cost effective on their end because they're using very processed, a lot of carbs, and that might be cheaper. And so we're consuming that then, okay? So when you're going out, I would like you to think more about portion and your nutrients that are on there. And that's, again, what this teaches. The blue, it means a good fat. The fat-free days in the 90s, anybody experienced that? Everything was fat-free. This box of cookies was fat-free. These chips were fat-free. What did they substitute with? More sugar was in there, because it had to taste good. So they put more sugar in there. And that's really when heart disease and diabetes skyrocketed. Okay? So you do need fat to run your body. Absolutely do. And this is how much a day. Can anybody tell me a good fat? Avocado is my favorite. I pretty much fill this every day with avocado. Hummus, cheese, but be smart on portion. Okay? Cheese tastes good on everything, right? Just watch your portion. Okay? One of these everybody gets. Doesn't matter size. If you're a 6-foot male or 5'4" woman. One. Now I like to talk about this little guy. This is your oils, your seeds, your salad dressings. How many's been to Bob Evans recently? What's their salad container look like? Or their dressing?
It's a boat.
It's a boat.
I just got it last night, thanks. And I used the whole boat on my salad.
Oh no. But this is a serving of salad dressing, okay? Palm size. If you think about that. So your nuts and your seeds are good for you, and they're great to have into your diet, even daily, but watch your portions. If it can fit in your palm, then it's probably all right, okay? The salad dressing, the little tip on that is dip and spear. Maybe you've heard of that one. So you got your salad, which is great. Eat your salads, but is a taco salad good for you? It says salad. No, those aren't usually very good.
Beans in it, that one.
Sometimes. So you spear your vegetable, and then you just dip a little bit, or dip your fork in here first and spear your vegetables so that you use it sparingly. No more dumping. Promise? All right, so we'll get back to that in a little bit. Hydration is number 3. All right, this is my next question to you. First thing in the morning, who reaches for a glass of water? Oh, who reaches for a cup of coffee? Yeah! Cheers. I have a challenge for you. I'm not going to bash coffee. I love coffee. It is a great stimulant, and it does wake you up in the morning. It does. You just don't want to go overboard on coffee. Because if you do take too much, you start getting this, and then you start hitting rock bottom because you just bombed pretty much, bottomed out on energy. So yes, it's okay to stimulate you, but it's a diuretic. It dehydrates you. And you went all night without drinking probably, so you're dehydrated to start with. Then you get up and you dehydrate yourself more. So my challenge is not to take away the coffee, but to drink water first, okay? Because you might be surprised that water actually gives you some energy, just like the coffee did, okay? Your body is 75% water. If you're not hydrated, you're gonna feel gross. You're gonna feel low energy. Your organs won't even function right. Your skin's gonna be dried out. Your brain definitely won't function right. So water is crucial. So how much water a day? Half your body weight in ounces. It's a lot. It is. But it's needed. Okay, so again, majority of people walk around every day not with enough water, and once they start drinking more water, it's amazing the feeling that you have then, how much better you feel. And also fills you up. So you might not need so much of this because you're fuller because of the water. Okay? Carrying something around every day, I usually carry my little water container all around with me because when you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. It's going to take even more to get you fully hydrated. Okay? Coffee. How much coffee a day? 2 cups. It's fine. But make sure you're filling everything else with water. Let's talk real quick about what are you going to put in your coffee? It has very little caffeine in it, so much better.
The caffeine is.
Right. Yeah. So even like pops and things, yeah, you don't want to be drinking pop all day because that's not going to hydrate you. Good. What are we going to put in our coffee?
French vanilla.
Ice cubes, I was gonna say, iced coffee is about the same as hot coffee.
Yeah, you're still getting. Really watch what you're putting in it because coffee itself isn't bad for you. It actually is fairly good for you. Lots of research on that. But what are you putting in it? So are you putting the thing of sugar? Are you putting the creamer? Are you putting the junk in it to make it not so healthy? When I worked down in Hilton, had one of my co-worker's wife was putting on weight like crazy, and he was the dietitian guy at the place. He's like, I don't understand it. So finally asked her, he's like, what are you doing different? And she goes, I stop at the gas station in the morning and I get a cappuccino. There's probably 300 calories in that. Yeah. So she didn't know that and did it every day before she was a teacher. It added up. Okay, so be aware of what you're putting in your things too. One of my favorite inserts to a coffee drink is stevia. Stevia is one of the better sugars. It's a sugar alcohol component. It's an actual sugar. Your body responds to it properly. Some of the other sweeteners, the artificials, it's a chemical, and your body doesn't treat it any different. And so the A1Cs in your glucose, they still get affected by it. So really not a good choice to go diet, pop, or something like that, even to control your sugars. All right, let's talk a little bit more about portion. So when we talk about all of our colors here, what do proteins really do for you? Do you guys know? Why should you have proteins? They fill you up, one, they restore your muscles, okay? When I was in school, like grade school, I don't know, I think we learned it then probably, but they said, eat fish before a big test or something. Yeah, protein is a good brain stimulant too. Helps heal your cells, restores your cells, so protein is needed. And it's definitely going to keep your blood sugars in check too, so you might eat less carbs. Okay, so protein, I pretty much say a protein every time you eat. Breakfast, a snack, lunch, a snack again, and then your evening meal. Should your evening meal be your biggest meal? No, it should not. And many times we were told that. You eat your big meal at night. You don't have enough time in your day to burn off those fuels then. So eat a little bit more at lunch, fine, because you'll burn those up, or you'll need that energy to get through your day. Okay, so that's what protein does. Carbs, we've just told you a little bit already. There's your quick energy. Quick energy. I have to have a talk with our track coach at school, evidently, because some of my members were saying that the track coach said to the students, eat a Pop-Tart before you race. Oh my gosh, pure sugar. But his reason behind it was it's quick energy. No nutrition whatsoever. So my suggestion would be more eat an apple. That's quick energy, that's good carb. So be careful of how much you're putting into your body of carbs, but make sure it's the right ones. Some really good carbs, great energy source, brown rice instead of white rice. Whole wheat pasta instead of plain old white pasta. Did you know that wheat bread is colored white bread?
That's it?
Yeah, it's colored white bread, so you're not getting any nutritional value if it says wheat. 100% whole wheat, yeah, better.
Maybe that's what I'm getting.
Yeah. That was always a tricky one to get. Man, they're funny on those wordings.
Yeah.
Marketing is another tricky thing out there. You might say, I don't have time to read labels, but this says it's natural, it's healthy, it's whatever on the package. Very, very tricky labeling out there. Okay? You do need some of these, but you do need to be careful on what types. Sweet potatoes, that's a good one to put in there. Sweet potatoes are wonderful for you. Fats help your organs function, so we definitely need this. Definitely need this every day to get some kind of fat in. Fruits and vegetables, that's a no-brainer. Here's another challenge for you. Get a protein with every time you eat, but get a vegetable every time you eat. Then you'll have enough every day. 5 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. Can you do that? Pretty much every time you eat, have a vegetable, and you will be amazed on how much better you feel. So all your vitamins and minerals come in these containers. All right, let's talk about number 5, increase your metabolism. This is one of my favorite excuses. I just don't have a good metabolism. I was born with it. Born with a bad one. No, you can change it. Absolutely, you can change it. It is through proteins. It's through moving your body and creating muscle mass. It can happen. Okay? So you fuel your body right, and then you move it right, and bam, your metabolism is increased. It also, your metabolism is held in your thyroid. Know what your thyroid function is. Get it tested. It can be thrown off so easy, and it runs your whole body. So your thyroid needs to be on check. Okay, so I always encourage everybody, know what your thyroid's doing. I recently, in the last year, was diagnosed with adrenal fatigue syndrome. Now, it's not extremely serious, but it is very debilitating at times because I'm so tired. Okay, and I didn't know why. My thyroid was off, my adrenals weren't working properly because of stress. Stress affecting you? It's all around us, but I had to figure out a way to handle it and to manage have my body manage it better. So through eating better, definitely helped. And then I started doing a supplement of Shakeology, which was some superfoods in it that helped my adrenal glands. They have adaptogens in it. And so those superfoods, things that I didn't get in my normal eating, helped me to really get through this. So know what your numbers are, super important. Your thyroid, your adrenals, maybe even hormones for you women out there. Okay, so if we want to lose weight, our metabolism has to be higher, right? It's got to be our burner, it's our furnace in our body. So are we going to decrease our calories and move more? Absolutely. That's the equation that works. If you eat too little calories, your metabolism is not going to go anywhere. And that's something that many people do. Oh, I'm going to watch my diet, I'm going to drop my calories, I'm going to starve myself, I'm going to skip meals. Bad idea. You're not going anywhere on that scale. Not for the long haul, at least. So at least 1,200 calories a day functions a person. Okay, now if you're a bigger person, you're going to need more. But you have to fuel your body for it to understand what it needs to do. Okay, to lose weight, to get better. So 1,200 calories, no less. And find a exercise that you really enjoy doing so you can burn up some good calories and get stronger for your metabolism. If you absolutely hate riding bike, are you going to go out there and ride bike every day? No, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate every moment of it. You're going to think of every excuse not to do it. So find something you enjoy. At my facility, I have 22 classes a week, which is crazy. 22 classes a week, and they don't do the same class. They can only come at 4 o'clock. They don't get the same class every day because you need to find things that'll challenge you and keep you stimulated and keep your muscles kind of surprised. Okay? So same to you. Don't do the same thing every day. You'll find much more success in exercise and weight loss and in strength by changing your routines up. Okay? Walking is great, and we all can do that. You all walked in here. Okay? But throw in some weight training. Does everybody weight train? And encourage it. greatly encourage it. And you're not going to be a big Hulk Hogan, especially you women. You want to weight train so you have good muscle tone and good bone density. It has to be part of the exercise program. And then number 7 I have for my tips is it's an equal mind, body, and spirit. If those things aren't connected, I don't know if you'll be successful. Think of it as a 3-legged stool. Okay? If your mind is not right, that leg's gone. Is that stool going to stand up right? It's not. So again, finding that stress relief, having the exercise, and trusting in yourself and being a positive thinker that you can do it. That's a big part of it. Surround yourself with other positive thinkers and like-minded people. Okay, that's going to help you. You're on here today, hopefully wanting to learn this, not that you had to. And help each other. Stay accountable and be a good pat on the back and a coach to each other. Okay. All right. So how are we going to put all this together? Miss Nikki Hawk got me to come today. You know Nikki Hawk. She gave me a little agenda. She's like, "Can we talk about this stuff?" I absolutely can. So what does it take to start a fitness program? Everybody's different. Your likes are all different. Okay. So really, you need to know what you want. Think about that reason, your mantra. Did you guys know we're going to exercise today? We are at the end. Okay. So you know your reason for wanting this change. That's number 1. And get a good guide. It might be a friend, a neighbor that knows enough to help you along. It might be a personal trainer. It might be a dietitian. It might be whoever around you that is trustworthy, knowledgeable, can help you get going. It could be a home workout video. Those people on those videos are well trained. They're not some 16-year-old that just decided to make a video. Okay, they're professionals. So by watching even a home video, a workout video, can be very, very helpful to you. Make sure you have the proper equipment. Do you need a full-size gym at your house to be able to work out? No. And actually, you don't need much equipment at all. Do I have any equipment with me today? No. We're going to exercise you without equipment. So that's one excuse you can throw out the door, okay, that you don't have any equipment. But if you are going to use something, make sure it's good. Your dumbbells are put together right, and they're not going to fall apart. Your TheraBands, if you have a TheraBand at home, it doesn't have a tear in it, and it's going to be snapping. Make sure you're using some really good stuff. So we talked about the cardio is at least 3 times a week. 5 would be awesome. Every day doing something, even better. Okay. The weight training is 2 to 3 days a week, and make sure you get all your major muscle groups. I used to have a friend that, he's still my friend, but he would go to the weight room every day, and he would only work his upper body because he wanted to be this big, strong guy. His legs were like this. They're such little twig legs. I'm like, Matt, you got to be working those legs a little bit. You're going to not be able to hold yourself up. So 2 to 3 days a week, all major muscles. Okay, all of them. 2 to 3 times a week. And then stretching, I didn't put that on there, but definitely stretching daily, because if you're really training your body, those muscles are going to be real tight. And if they stay real tight, you're going to be hurt, okay? You're going to be very inflexible. So we need to do stretching daily. Number 2, how do I track my progress? Journal it. Journal it. Write down on your daily schedule that you did it. Like if you have meetings on your calendar, write down, I'm going to exercise at 6 o'clock tonight. I'm going to do this at this time. And have it all on the same layout. So it's all there, because you don't miss a meeting. You didn't miss this lecture today, probably because you wrote it down. Okay? And then find maybe a challenge group. Have you ever run groups like that here? Some companies do that, where they have little weight loss competitions or walking groups or something like that. Think about doing something like that. Have your department go together as a team, because you spend a lot of time with you people, right? Sometimes you spend more time at work than you do at home. All right, so make sure that people around you are willing to help out too. I do challenge groups every month because they work. Because I know myself, if I'm not in a group, if I'm not in a challenge, I'm not going to be very accountable. Okay, so I do them every month, and there's 70 people in them at times, because people know that they work. Okay, so think about something like that. I'd love to have you in my group if you want. Number 3, what kind of nutrition do I need? You need it balanced. You need it clean. That is a kind of a buzzword. You guys know what clean means? Clean foods means fresh. Something your great-great-grandmother would recognize. Does she know what a fudge round is? I think so. Does she know what a Big Mac is? I doubt it. Okay? So God made things to put in our ground for us to grow and to us to eat. He put the animals around us. I don't know if he put Doritos. I don't know who did that. Okay? But find fresh, clean ingredients. And it's easier than you think to be able to eat that way. And some people will tell me it's just too expensive. When I shop at Aldi's, 80% of my foods come from Aldi's, and they are doing so well with finding fresh ingredients, having good choices. So whenever I hear somebody say that, I'll say, okay, well, how much is that bag of Doritos? It's $4, probably. How much is a bag of apples at Aldi's? $2.69, $3.99. It's about the same. Okay, you make the choice if it's going to be healthy or not. But don't deprive yourself, okay? If you're having a craving for something, it's probably because your body is not getting it some way, okay? So if you have a craving for chocolate, did you know you're probably low in magnesium then? So your body tells you in so many ways what's going on. I had a friend that was trying the vegan lifestyle because her doctor had recommended it. And she did it for quite a while, and then all of a sudden things started reversing. Like she was having the symptoms again. It worked well for a while. And then she's like, what's going on? And I said, your body's telling you something. You're being deprived of something. So she had to revise that diet. And a lot of those type diets aren't made for long term. They can work very well short term, and then you start adding in a few other things. Not the junk, but some other things that will be important to your health. So listen to your body. It tells you in many ways in exercise. It'll tell you if you've done too much or you're not doing the right form or something. You listen. The proper portions are definitely needed for your nutrition program. So start considering thinking about the size of the things you're eating. Amounts. Make smart choices on eating out in the drinks that you choose. So many calories are in drinks alone. And I'm guilty of this one. Years ago when I was like, oh, I'm going to eat better, I'm really going to be more aware of what I'm doing, so I'll go to a restaurant, I'm going to get a lemonade instead of a pop. That's better. Lemon, right? No, they're just the same, really. There's just sugar. So there's a lot of ways our mind thinks that we're doing well, but we might not be. So drinks are one thing that I've totally cut out. Water and almond milk. That's about all the drinks I get. Coffee occasionally. So be aware and look at those labels every now and then to see how many calories you're really taking in of no nutrition. Okay. Flavored water.
Do you know how many calories is in almond milk if you had a glass of that?
Very little. 30 to 60 in a serving. Very little. And it's a very good, your fat is in there, your almonds, omega-3s. Very good. So what's that name? Drinks. Oh, waters. So Crystal Light. You're going to throw that into your water to make it taste better, right? There's very few additives to water that are chemical-free. So there's one called True Lemon. That's about the only one I've found that you can insert and flavor your water. But I don't want to offend anybody. Have you ever said, I just don't like the taste of water? Okay. I hear it occasionally, and in my head, I never say it out loud to the person, but I was thinking, do you not like the taste of air? Whatever doesn't have a taste most of the time. So if you really can't get in enough water because you don't like the taste, throw something in it that's fresh. Cucumber, strawberry, whatever. There's lots of things that you can put in it that will give you some flavor to be able to drink more. Okay. How do I adhere to this program? That's the toughest one, okay? So I really want to start. I really want to do this, but I tend to fall off a lot. I tend to do really good for that first week, and then something happens in life and I get derailed, okay? So journaling will help, as always. I've been saying that all along. Finding a buddy or a coach, because I used to do some in-home personal training when I first moved back here. That was awesome. Because I would show up at someone's house and make them exercise. It's not like they couldn't give me an excuse. I'm there. Let's go. So, maybe you have a buddy like that they're expecting you to be at class together or expecting you to go take that walk. That's accountability. That's good. Have that buddy, that trusting buddy, not the buddy that gives you all the excuses that you would come up with. Okay? And surround yourself. I said it already. Surround yourself by positive, like-minded people. Negativity is not going to get you anywhere. Okay? Be positive. I can do this. I can get up and I can move my body and I can do it. I'm able. Okay? I get to exercise today. Can you say that every day? Would that help? It helps me. There's a lot of people that can't get up and exercise. I get to. I'm able to. Okay? So think of it that way. But don't expect perfection. Don't beat yourself up like, oh man, I had that brownie today. I'm done. It's over. No, you're human. Go on and do better the next day. Or maybe not do the brownie the next day. Okay? Do not expect perfection because you're never going to get it. There's only one perfect person in this world. It's not me. And it's not you. So don't expect it. Try your best every day you show up. You showed up for work. And when you have a job, they expect you to do the best you can every day. Expect that out of yourself every day. You wake up, I'm going to do the best I can today. Okay? Nothing more, nothing less. All right, any questions over all this jazz that we just wanted to talk through? Are you sleepy? Yes. All right, so plenty of time. You guys want to exercise? If you have any questions, you might as well move.
What are the good carbs?
Good carbs.
Because I've been cutting back on a lot of my food, and I'm documenting them.
Yep.
And I'm eating a lot of vegetables, but very little what you call like the spaghetti or the breads.
Yep.
But yet when it's documenting and I look back, it's still showing I'm eating a lot of carbs. I found out carrots. I eat a lot of carrots,
Yeah.
and that's a carb.
Let me show you a list. Look at a list of all kinds of good carbs. So when someone says, I need to drop my carbs, I say, okay, well, be careful. Don't totally eliminate them. The Atkins diet was no carbs. Okay, some of you may have tried that. I tried it for all of a day. I didn't make it through. I was a student at Ball State, and they were researching it. And I was like, oh, I'll be in this research. I can do this. Take a look at all this. And I got through half a day, and I said, I need my carbs. But Mr. Atkins, Dr. Atkins, what did he die of? Heart attack.
That's just a heart disease or something.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that you do need some carbs. So there's a long, long list of them. Quinoa. Anybody know that funny Q word? Quinoa? It doesn't look like that. It's Quinoa. That's a great carb. It's actually a seed, but it's very well digested in your body, so good fuel source. Sweet potatoes and oatmeal. What else is on that list? Couscous. Just watch portion.
Oatmeal with little packets.
I would venture away from them if you can to be better because of the added sugars and things in it. Yeah, they taste good. Yeah. But you know what? Cinnamon. Let cinnamon be your friend. Cinnamon actually helps regulate your blood sugars. And it's that little bit of the sweetness that really helps kind of trigger our mind to be like, ooh, pleasure. That was good. So that's helpful to throw into things.
Is vanilla okay?
Vanilla? Yeah. Still, everything in moderation is very
flavor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Whenever you're at a restaurant and you're trying to decide on a menu, like, oh God, what am I going to do? I have to do a salad again? This is always my tip on this. Go best, better, unwise on your decision. So you're looking at the menu. Okay, I'm a little stressed. What am I going to do? I could go for the absolutely best one that I know. Or I could do something that's pretty much in the better zone. And when I say that, again, we're all human. You want french fries every now and then? Well, sure, we want french fries every now and then. So you're going to tag team it with a big old cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger? Maybe not. Let's be smart on our better choice of doing, okay, I want the french fries, and I'm going to do chicken instead. Meet in the middle many times. How many of you love fish? Yeah, fish fries. So it's Lent, and you may have given up some things through Lent season. That's awesome. I think that's a great time to really learn what it takes to kick the habit. It takes at least 21 days, research says, to make that habit stick. So you hit 40, so you're working harder. But Fridays, we get fish, right? Fried, no. Fish is really, really good for you until you put all the grease and the breading on it. So salmon, shrimp even, and all kinds of things. Eat that a couple times a week, preferably, just not on Fridays. What other situations do you find out there that are struggles? Husbands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that fit in? Oh, they're not following your plan.
It's my wife's fault.
It's always their fault, right? Yeah, it is a team thing. It should be at home, I feel. It is harder to do it all alone. I have gotten lucky. My husband, 3 years ago when I decided we're going to totally go clean, like from household cleaners to everything, we're going to do it right. I'm an all or nothing kind of person. And he was like, okay. But he still goes out to lunch with his coworkers and stuff, so he still does his thing. But luckily at home, he was willing to be good. So what I don't want to say this to offend anybody. Treat him like a child, okay? I hide a lot of stuff. I hide a lot of stuff from my children. They know they're eating vegetables because I serve them still, but I put a lot of stuff. Did you know you can put carrots in pancakes? They don't know. I put spinach in so much. I put broccoli in hidden in some things. I have a mystery meatball and meatloaf recipe that they had Brussels sprouts in it one time. They had no clue that all this stuff was in the meatloaf. So there's lots of ways that you can maybe, don't pressure him, but be making things that he's then eating better. And I don't, like following these containers and eating cleaner, I haven't deprived myself one bit. I still make cookies. There's recipes out there all over the place that you can be eating clean, and they still taste really good. I eat like a queen. I have very, very good looking meals at home, and not once slaving over the stove or nothing. It's easy and it's affordable. I'm not buying all the junky stuff, which costs a lot too. So sneak it in a little bit.
But he sneaks stuff in too, that's the problem.
And that's tempting to you? Yeah. Maybe this could help you is share your why. If it's powerful enough, share it with him, and maybe he'll understand a little bit more of why you can't be bringing this stuff in and having it around you. That might help. There's people out there, and they're called friendly enemies, and it might be your best friend, but they, not in a mean way, but they sabotage you. Oh, you just lost 8 pounds. Let's go out for pizza. Let's go get a beer because let's celebrate. They don't want to see you different. And so that happens all the time. So share with them why it's so important to you, and that could help. Definitely could help. If I want Oreos, and I really think I want Oreos, am I going to go buy a big old container of them?
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper. But I know I'll eat them all. So there's gas stations around here. Jump in there and get a little sleeve of Oreos and be done with it. Those Girl Scout cookies, man.
Yeah, they were a killer.
Yeah, they're a killer. I forget how many. I posted it on my webpage. There's a ridiculous amount of calories in a box of cookies. I don't know, it was like
consistent.
it was like 2,300 calories in a box of Thin Mint cookies or something like that.
Yeah,
And how many do you eat in a setting? A sleep. I mean, that's a portion, right? So the Girl Scouts are tricky. They're cute. You buy them.
Sporting good cause.
And maybe start training yourself not to treat yourself with calories. If you did a really, really good job, treat yourself with something that will help you out more. At the end of my challenges, I gave out a massage last challenge. That would be a good treat, right? And some of these things don't even have to cost money. You spend more time with a friend because that's one of my rewards. Anything. Oh my gosh, take the day off from doing laundry, whatever. But you should easily be able to come up with a list of 100 things that would be good rewards to you, but not caloric, not calorie-driven rewards. Absolutely. Because really, your willpower, where's your willpower housed in your body? Everybody says that. It's really housed right here. If your gut is not healthy, it's sending the endorphins and everything up to your brain to want those cravings, want those things, those bad things. If that's what your stomach is getting, your brain is gonna want more of that, of the bad. If you fuel it with more of the good, like heal your gut, you might have heard that before, heal your gut with good nutrition, and that's gonna send the better messages to your brain, and you'll have less cravings. It happens here, your willpower happens here. And majority of health conditions can be helped when you fuel yourself right, when your gut's healthy. That's a true statement, and you'll see it all over research, okay? Eat better will help many different health conditions, pretty much all of them. 10 minutes.
Here, one more thing. What do you do with the picky eater? The picky eater who doesn't like salads, who only likes green beans, loves pasta, doesn't like any fish.
Yeah.
I mean, all the healthy things you're supposed to like, that person hates everything.
Do they know they hate it or just think they hate it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Some of it could be a
But this way, if
texture.
I made it, put it on the table, they would not touch it.
Yeah. I definitely have some children like that. So one child likes,
Not you. I'm just kidding. My big child doesn't like anything.
sneak it. You can also sneak it in, but also serve it so that, like my oldest does not like broccoli. Okay, I make him eat a stalk of broccoli. I make him eat one, and he hates every moment of it, but I make him. But really, you could learn to like some of these things. It takes a lot of tastes to make your body like it. A friend of mine tells a story of shrimp. She absolutely hated shrimp, and her friend is like, "Oh my gosh, shrimp's so good," and would always be eating it. And she's like, "Well, it looks really good, but I don't like it." They finally, after however many tries, they finally went on a cruise, and her friend was getting those great big jumbo shrimps, and they were so gorgeous. And my friend Amy was like, "Oh my gosh, these are so good. Looks so good." She's like, "Just try one." So she tried it, and she finally liked it. It was just heat introducing it to the palate, okay? And maybe make it different ways. So my oldest doesn't like broccoli at all, but my other ones, my two other boys, well, one likes it roasted and one likes it steamed. So did you know that roasting vegetables makes them taste like candy? Maybe a little bit far. But really it caramelizes it. It gives it a caramelized top to it. So it is a little bit sugary, honestly. So maybe try that, is make them differently. If you have to put cheese on it, put cheese on it.
Oh yeah, it is like cheese on everything, you're right.
Right. My son, my oldest again, never would try asparagus. We have asparagus all the time at the house. And my other ones are eating it like it's fun to eat these little tree-like things. And he's like, "Oh, gross, that's so gross." He went to a friend's house over the weekend and they had asparagus. And he said, "Mom, she put garlic and cheese on it. It was so good. I ate 10 of them." I don't make anything with garlic and onion, so he likes that stuff. And now I know. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can make it a little bit more to his taste. So venture out a little bit, and even bring in some new vegetables to the house, and just say, this is all new to everybody. Let's try this. Brussels sprouts.
I don't even like
I know. I didn't even try them. I never had them as a kid. Didn't try them until 2 years ago, maybe. Can't get enough of them now.
How are you making them?
Roast them.
Okay, well, I've never roasted them. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll try that, 'cause I don't like them any other way.
Yeah, I roast them. Trusty Woods, I don't know if anybody's ever ate at Trusty Woods in For Recovery. They have a flash fried Brussels sprouts. And I'm like, oh, I made this quick. Can't do that. Unhealthy, right? Flash fried. They're so good. And that's what introduced me to them. I'm like, I'm going to try them this way, see if I like them. And then I started making them healthier. But super good for you, but just had to venture out a little bit on how to prepare them. And make mystery meatloaf. I'll share my recipe.
He hates meatloaf.
Oh, meatballs?
Not the meatballs I can do. If he sees something that looks green, then he knows there's something in it.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell him it's oregano.
Yeah. There you go. That'd be tricky
I don't know what I'm
sometimes.
living with.
Okay, not to sound stupid, but when you say roast, does
does that mean, like, maybe brush it with a little bit of olive oil, put it in the oven?
All right, another little trick here. Okay, so I'm gonna put my cookie sheet down. I put, what's it called? Parchment paper down,
Yeah.
so that I don't have to clean up the dishes. So I put whatever vegetable down, and then I drizzle it with avocado oil or coconut oil. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is something that blows people's minds because you've never heard it any other way, probably. Olive oil goes rancid at high temperatures. You're not supposed to heat olive oil. Who knew? Yeah, you're not supposed to heat olive oil. It's supposed to be for salad dressings and such. So I drizzle that on there, and then I spice it with something, you know, like whatever, Mrs. Dash or whatever, salt and pepper. And then I just put it in the oven at 350, 375, depending on if it's Brussels sprouts or carrots that are thicker. You might want to go longer, but 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So as I'm making another part of the meal, that's in the oven, or the chicken's in there with it, you know, it's like not too tough. Anybody experience the Instapot? I just got one. It's very, very fun. It makes your food, it's like a pressure cooker or crock pot. Makes your food so delicious. So you forgot to grab something out of the freezer, and what am I going to make for supper? I guess I'm going to call for pizza. No, you've got the Instapot, and you can make frozen chicken breasts in 20 minutes.
No way.
Yes, way.
How is that?
I haven't done them yet, but I heard that hard-boiled eggs in there, they peel off so easy. Like it's amazing.
Do you do everything in your Instapot?
I just got it, so I'm still kind of fooling around with it. But I'm a crock pot lover too, so I have a busy work day. I have something in the crock pot, and it's ready when I get home. So I use both of them now.
My Instapot, we use it for everything. In soup and stew and chili.
I made bacon in it one day. Good.
Carnitas.
Walmart sell that?
Yes, it was on sale for $59. So, find ways that makes it convenient. And again, it doesn't have to be this gourmet meal every night that you prepare. I had a member just yesterday say, my grandkids like hot dogs. I don't want to buy hot dogs, but what do? And I said, my kids get hot dogs.
Turkey hot dogs.
Turkey hot dogs, and the biggest thing in hot dogs is the nitrates that are in it. Nitrates are carcinogens, and especially when they're heated, and you're not going to eat a raw hot dog, I don't think. So that's when they become even more active. So buy them not nitrate free, so no nitrates. So there's a brand called Select. I don't remember whatever brand it is. It's just the Select on it, and it's turkey or beef, and there are no nitrates, and that's the biggest deal. Yeah, I mean they're not a vegetable, but it's at least something that I can serve my kids, knowing that I'm not going to be putting extra cancer causers in them. Okay. Same with cold meat. Buy the nitrate-free deli meat. Just those little steps to better yourself.
Make that bologna.
I don't know if they can make bologna healthier.
Eat one slice.
I mentioned bacon. My bacon was nitrate-free bacon. I mean, it's just something I'm trained now to look for.
Nitrate-free.
Yeah.
It says it on the package.
Yeah, it'll say so on the package. Okay, I think we stalled long enough. Everybody up. Nikki Hoff would be very mad at me if I didn't have you exercise. Told me to. Okay, so when you sit for a while, you start to get a little sleepy, right? One of my favorite quotes is, if you rest, you rust. It's true. It's very true. If you sat for more, another hour, would you be like, yeah. So we're gonna get up and move. Just a few easy moves, and we're also gonna stretch, because stretching is important. Put your hands up in front of you. I want you to raise your knee to your, not hand to knee, whoa! Yeah, watch out for chairs. You are gonna get so much done today. All right, now we might have a turn. Kick your butt. Kick your own butt. It's not my day to. Andy's here. There you go. There you go. exercise isn't so bad, right? All right, now I think we can do this one. Just stagger yourself a little bit. Jumping jacks. I don't need full ones if you don't want to do full ones, but we're going to do one leg out, one leg out. Can we do that?
Yeah.
March down. Again, watch those chairs. Just let your leg lift. So it's a little bit of balance. And balance, where's balance held in your body? Or it's in your stomach, your low back, your inner ear, and your big toe. So if you don't have your big toe, I'm sorry, your balance is a little off, but most of it's held right here. Switch your leg.
Supposed to be doing. I'm just going to.
This is working your inner thigh and working balance to your stomach too. Now the legs come out to the side.
I don't need to have a, I don't need any workers' comp.
So you should feel this one on your hip. Now I want you to do something. I want you to flex your foot as you do it. Wow, there's some more muscle going on there and you flex your foot. So there's a little tricks you can do to make your this biggest bang for your buck when you exercise. Other leg. Anybody sweating yet?
These are good on your knees too. If you can't.
Yep, they're always on the side.
On the side,
One of the reasons my facility is called Generations because any generation can be fit there. I have 20-year-olds and 7-year-olds in the same class. And they all get a good workout. It's based on what you can do. No 90-year-olds yet. 80s. 80s? Okay, stop. Take your right hand out in front of you. Put your fingers down. Pull back on your fingers. You sit at, I'm going to do, are most of you sitting at a desk? I'm going to do some desk exercise.
Sitting on the truck seat.
Yeah. Other hand. This is great for your forearms. Carpal tunnel happen. We want to keep these areas nice and limber. Okay, drop your hands to your sides. Drop your ear to your shoulder. There's your neck stretch. Okay, keep your shoulder down. Drop your ear to its comfort. Full head circles, a thing of the past. Don't do those no more. Okay, it's a lot of weight to throw around on that little spinal cord. Come back to center and then go to the other side. How much weight does how much does your human head weigh? 10 pounds. 10 pounds. Did you watch Jerry Maguire back in the day? Drop your chin forward, shoulders back. So when you think that maybe, oh, my neck starts to hurt, I'm going to run that head around in a circle, try these instead. I think you'll find much more relief in stretching the areas needed. Okay, now I want you to go back into your seat. We're going to do some leg stretches there. So if you're sitting at your chair anyway at work, you can easily do these and no one even knows you're stretching. Okay, so your feet are out in front of you, so you might want to scoot your chairs back. Sorry. Feet are out in front of you, and I just want you to reach forward for your toes. So if your legs are straight, you're going to get a hamstring stretch. So you're reaching for straight legs. Ideally, It's just the way they're built. But you can practice it, you can get there. Okay, so next one is for these hips. Sciatica. We don't really experience that, but we can do something for that. I want you to cross your legs, sit like a man. If your leg doesn't go up that far, just cross at the shin. So you cross your leg like a man would sit. Now lean forward with a flat back. Oh, yeah, something's going on there. Now look at where your knee is. When you have it crossed and you lean forward, look how high the knee is. Just look. I don't care how high it is, but I just want you to notice it. Okay. Now I'll switch. And is the other side just as flexible or less?
Less.
Yeah, and that's something to concentrate on. Is you should have equal flexibility side to side. Awesome. How do you feel? Like full of energy right now? Sure. Good. I did bring my business card. If anybody needs to get questions answered, has anything, just ask. I've got text, email, all that kind of stuff. I've got a website you can go and look at. Got a lot of my healthier recipes that I love to make at the house or for people on my website. So check it out if you're interested. I like to consider myself...
That's your website right here?
Oh yeah, it's on here too. Yeah. Yep. I like to consider myself a coach for life. Once you hear me talk, if you want to hear me talk again, just contact me. I'll be your coach for life, okay? I strongly feel that way. Okay? If anybody needs help, I want to help them. So feel free to grab one of those cards, or the papers have them there too. I forgot about that. Okay? If you have any questions, you can stay afterwards too if you didn't want to ask it now. Awesome. Thank you. Have a great